It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Good afternoon. Welcome everybody to this Sunday and to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar here with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. We hope you're enjoying this breezy day. It's going to get warm today, up into the mid-90s, but be prepared for some really cold weather these next 2 days. I think we're reaching close to the 40s and 30s this Monday and Tuesday coming up. So for people who planted their tomatoes...
Are you trying to depress us?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to prepare people.
No. If anybody was listening to us, they would know that they should pot up their tomatoes and then protect them.
Yes, but people were optimistic with that 90-degree weather we had for
last week.
Well, and the other
fall spring.
I was debating. I bought some peppers yesterday, and I wanted to plant them, but I hesitated. May as well wait 2 or 3 days and get through that low 40-degree temperatures. It won't kill them, but just slows them down, of course.
Bought my peppers, I think, 2 weeks ago, and they're still in the pots, but they're starting to get some height on them.
Are they?
Yeah.
What kind did you end up with?
I had a green bell pepper and I think a pimento.
Huh.
So it's exciting.
I got that tam jalapeno that kind of accidentally ran into. I kind of like those. Of course, I love the banana peppers too. So they're then. What are the big ones, Mark, that we Aladdin's?
So last year, we had a lot of Aladdin's and California Wonderful, and what was another one? Another A name.
Yeah.
I can't.
But I'm looking forward to the Aladdin coming back too.
Absolutely. 210-308-8867. We have Will on the line. Will, how are we doing today?
Hey, guys. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
It sure is.
It's been a great weekend.
Absolutely.
I just have one little frustration. And so 2 years ago, before the winter, I cut my Esperanzas down to like 6 inches. Someone told me to do that before it froze. And they'll come back great. 1 out of 8 came back. Then this last year, I waited till after it froze, and I cut them down to the ground. And 1 out of 9 came back.
What was that, Esperanza?
Esperanza, yeah, it's kind of unusual.
I have the red bell and the yellow, the regular yellow ones.
Okay.
And both I'm having the same problems with, and I have no clue. And they grew huge. So,
were they in containers or in the soil?
They're in the ground.
And only 1 out of that many. I don't.
Yeah.
It's been years since I've lost any.
So, I'm kind of wondering the same thing.
We'll have to see if there's other gardeners that are listening that will let us know, too. But I just think there must be something.
So generally, what the rule is that you can... you don't have to cut them before it freezes. You can let them freeze because they will freeze, period.
Mm-hmm.
Then sometime in January or early February, you can cut them down 6 inches to the ground. Or 3 to 6 inches is our rule of thumb. 3 to 6 inches. We don't really care.
All right, so I'll do the... I'll take the door number 3 then. So this time I'll cut them 6 inches, but after the frost, not before the frost.
Now, I'm not familiar with the red flowered one. I don't know if that's overly sensitive to the
So that's that's the flame one that we have
pretty,
here.
Yeah.
They're very pretty, and I don't know. I'm waiting for mine to come back. I just pruned mine 2 weeks ago. My whatever it's called, the red one, the orange, orange flame, orange flame. I think it is, or something like that.
What do you remember what the yellow one was?
It was just a regular Texas Esperanza. It wasn't Lydia. It was just a regular yellow one.
Yeah,
and then it does look like the one of the red bells or the fire ones, whatever they are. That one actually looks to be sprouting up real nicely right now in the last few days.
Yeah.
One of those, but the other three, no.
So always remember these are hot weather plants, and usually you don't see a whole lot of growth
and
until
subtropical.
So you don't see a whole lot of growth until
mine have not started growing at all back
until to May.
Okay,
sometime.
So wait till like mid-April or so, or May, and see what happens.
Close back, but I'll be honest with you. Calvin is honest too on this. That is kind of unusual. I don't think I've ever heard of Tacomas.
I'm up in Spring Branch, which is a little north of San Antonio, but I drive around San Antonio and they're everywhere, and then I go look at my house and I'm like, what happened?
They're a little north, but it shouldn't be that bad. No, it should still be a good species for that area.
Have you been rude to them, or haven't you? Maybe you haven't sung the right songs or something to them.
The other stuff is doing great. That's the one problem I'm having is those, and so I'm trying to figure out what I should do. So, we'll see. I'll be a little patient, see what happens. I'll wait another month, and then
let us know.
I'll plant something different.
And then we'll see if any other gardeners have had that same kind of experience.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much, guys.
Good luck.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you, Will.
Where was he? Did he say?
Spring Branch.
Okay.
So, it's still, if he said Marble Falls, I'd have a little problem. But Spring Branch, no, they should be okay up there.
Yeah, we've given presentations here at the library, right?
yeah.
Quite a bit, yeah. What's that dog?
And it's an outstanding library. I'd like to thank all the representatives of Comal County, elected representatives. You did a good job on that one.
Well, and another facility in Comal County that is one of our favorites is the AgriLife Extension Garden, where with the master gardeners and the master naturalists, and nice classrooms and offices. And,
hey, let's use that as a segue. And what's going to be happening there?
Well, on May 2nd at 9:30 a.m., we're going to start their gardening program with our Monarch and Milkweed class. And this is I don't remember if this is in the fourth year, I think, that we've had it, and we always have a full class. So get registered. All you do is register. You just call the designated phone number. You can call the number is actually the extension service there, and I'm looking in my article for Saturday.
It's one of the bullet points down there.
830-620-3440. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
it.
That's correct.
New Braunfels. Yeah. And then, of course, you got a couple other opportunities. On the April 23rd at 6 p.m., we're going to have a class in Floresville. And that class will be at the AgriLife Extension Classroom 10, which is on 1103 4th Street. And if you're interested in that one, its phone number is 830-299-0069. You can get all these. There's 4 classes listed. You can get them all in the article plus lots of neat information about monarchs and milkweeds on the article in the Express News yesterday. or you can go to our website here at Millburgers.
Yes, millburgernursery.com. That's millburgernursery.com.
Now, the Millburgers class, which is next Saturday, that's pretty much full. You can come and attend the lecture, but in terms of the plant and seed distribution, we've committed everybody that has signed up. So if you want to come, you come at, that one's going to start at 10:30. And that'll be, you can come for the lecture. Probably won't be any more plants or seeds available, but you're certainly welcome for the lecture. And then in the Saturday after next Saturday, on the 28th, that's at 10 a.m. It's at the Education Resource Center. And I believe there's 10 more spots left there. And the phone number is a pretty familiar one to me, 210-382-4455. And that's on March 28th at 10 a.m. And 10 seats still available there. That even if those 10 seats fill, just like this Saturday, you can come and attend the lecture if you'd like. Anything else I should add about that, do you think?
No, just everyone remember their times. There are different times for each one. Millburgers at 10:30, the Resource Center at 10, the Floresville's at night. What is that?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. and then 9:30 at the Comal County Extension Office in New Braunfels.
I wonder who they're accommodating on those strange times.
I don't know who they're accommodating either. I just couldn't guess.
Well,
somebody has to drive in to do a radio show. I think.
We're teasing because that gives me time from the site to complete the class and then make it in here. You know, another issue, Mark, that is important. There was some, we talked about it yesterday a little bit about the revisions to the CPS Energy Tree Program, and also just lots of trees available now here at Millburgers.
Well, it just so happens that actually you reminded me, and so I went online. And I urge everyone to go online, and what you want to do is you want to go CPS Energy Green Shade Rebate, and that gets you right to the right site. And when you download the application, they give you a list of permitted trees. And just to go through those permitted trees, well, lo and behold, an Anaqua.
Wow, that's one of my favorites.
Arizona cypress.
Yeah.
Ash juniper. That's going to be a little hard to find. Big tooth maple. Bur oak. Cedar elm. Chinkapin oak. Honey locust. Live oak. Loquat leaf oak. Mesquite. Mexican sycamore. Mexican white oak. Montezuma cypress. Osage orange. Pecan. Sierra red oak. Texas red oak. Texas sabal palm, and Texas walnut. Now, those were the shade trees. They've included small or medium-sized trees. So, Anacacho orchid. I'm sorry, Anacacho orchid.
Gosh, that is small.
Yeah. A royal sweetwood. Talk about small. Blanco crabapple. Citrus, and this is the one that was... Any orange or lemon, etc. And again, we love our satsumas. So, Candelia, a.k.a. bluewood. That's one of my favorites. Desert willow. Eve's necklace. Evergreen sumac. Flame leaf sumac. Golden ball lead tree. Little leaf mulberry. Mexican olive. Mexican
that's a nice plant, yeah.
Yeah, so two of our favorites, Mexican olive, Mexican plum. Ratama, Texas mountain laurel, Texas persimmon, Texas red mulberry, western soapberry, and the standard Yopon.
Wow, so not only are they rewarding folks for getting shade trees to reduce their energy costs, it sounds like they're inclined to reward the birds out there, because there's some wonderful species.
There's some level of what we call soft mast, the mulberry, persimmon, plum.
Pollinators.
Pollinators. So a lot of options on that. And why I read that whole list off, well, we have a vast majority of that list right here at Millburgers.
So somebody could come in here and might see 3/4 of them here, and you can make your decisions, help you make your decisions.
Right. So, again, there is a lifetime of, what did I say, 5?
It's 5.
Yeah. On the site, must be in a gallon or 3-gallon or larger container. Now,
is that real 3-gallon or number 3?
That's number 3.
Number 3.
Well, it says 3-gallon, but since the industry just refers to everything by number 3, number 5, number 10. So most of what I recommended are number 10s. That's a good size for a good size tree. Number 5s are easy to move in your car. So,
what do you recommend on that hole digging? I mean, sometimes it's smarter to plant a number 3 than a number 10, isn't it?
Yes. And some of the retail nurseries argued against that, going for, can we get something even smaller? I'm not in charge of it anymore. You have to ask CPS, but I think its concession was made for number 3 on that.
So
to get some of the smaller species.
Yeah, number 3, almost everybody, even if you don't have much soil, you can dig that hole.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, almost all those are well-adapted trees.
Yeah.
And capable of Mark maybe can sometime today can describe this kind of mounding up soil if you want to make it welcome, a tree welcome, even when you don't have when you got a lot of rock there and things.
Yeah, and real simple. It's so we don't have a lot of soil in a lot of places, and we want to plant a somewhat larger tree. Well, it's going to be, let's say, a number 3 or number 5, and you only can get down halfway of that container.
Mm-hmm.
So you are allowed, national specifications say you are allowed to get it down, try to get some drainage on the bottom, crack a rock or something, and then you can put it halfway down the hole. And remember this, there are always going to be wide holes. Wider is better. And then you're going to mound the soil up. Maybe you have to get some extra soil from Millburgers or something. And then you'd mix that in and mound that up on a slow incline all the way around it. And that way you can the roots will come out of the root ball horizontally lengthways,
and they'll find
it.
The reservoir. Now, gosh, what was my issue? My old age is catching up to me here. But don't on that mounding. You don't need to do that if you got enough soil.
Yeah.
You don't want to mound it up against the tree. And there's been a lot of discussion, and a lot of folks having to spend money on removing soil. That's against the trunk of a tree. That just does not lend itself to the long-term survival of the tree.
No.
So be careful.
No volcanoes. These are slow inclines that you're putting around the root ball. And just the root ball.
Even though it might be
the root
pretty.
ball, not around the trunk of the tree. Just the root ball.
Gotcha. Well, we have someone on the line, 210-308-8867. We have Peggy. I believe Peggy has an announcement for us. Peggy, how are we doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm with the San Antonio Garden Center. Wanted to see if I may take this opportunity to announce our annual plant sale that's next Saturday,
Absolutely.
March the 21st. It's from 9 to 4. It's a tax-free event, and the Garden Center is located at the corner of North New Braunfels and Funston. We share the parking lot with the San Antonio Botanical Gardens. And we're an organization that's been around since 1940, and we have a plant sale every year to...
You don't sound that old.
Thank goodness.
Hey, Peggy, this is Mark. We talked briefly. We just talked briefly about it yesterday, and because I didn't know where it was going to be, and we determined it's going to be at the Garden Center, and we gave the hours. Where does the funding go, and who does it help out of the plant sale?
It helps us pay the bills.
Well, that's important.
But we do have a scholarship fund, and that we raise money for. So, but
who benefits by the scholarship fund? Do you know?
Any student that applies that is in working on a degree for horticulture or any relationship to that. We've had several this year that are from Palo Alto through the horticulture department.
Those horticulturists are just wonderful. You don't get any money to foresters, do you?
They're not allowed in the Senate.
No one has applied.
There you go.
Yes. But
Palo Alto is a wonderful program, and I'm glad that you're helping support some of their...
Yes.
Well, and a lot of those organizations that we deal with every single day, and they have important roles in the environmental programs in our city, like the San Antonio Men's Garden Club and Gardening Volunteers of South Texas, and so many participate and use the Garden Center too. Important part of it.
Yes. We have a lot of groups that meet at the Garden Center, like this Alamo Orchid Society, the San Antonio Orchid Society, and we have the Cactus Society and the Rose Society, and I guess I could go on, but a lot of the Fiesta groups meet at the Garden Center, and the Conservation Society, Assistance League, and we're very proud to be the location where all these organizations meet. So,
it is fabulous. And thank you for reminding that. I did have it penciled in on my calendar, but I'll have to put it more firmly. Hey, what again? The dates and the time, please.
It's Saturday, March 21st, from 9 to 4. And then this will be our one tax-free event for the year. And we've got a lot of good plants that we went shopping for this week. And I'm very proud that we'll have a great selection of plants. And we also always have our donated plants from our members. And we have garden-related items from our membership, too. So we look forward to putting this event on.
Sounds good.
Very exciting.
And bring you. Okay. We appreciate you all. Thank you, Mark and Calvin.
Thanks.
And Alex. Have you met Alex? Alex is our new technical director here.
Hi, Alex.
Hi there.
Well, we'll have to bring him by maybe next week.
That'd be great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Peggy. 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Millburgers Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Millburgers Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867. We have James on the line. James, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. I wanted to get in early today. I got an Anaheim pepper that I put in a pot. I'm looking at it. It's probably like a 3-gallon container. Mm-hmm. And it got dry a little bit. I noticed yesterday I kind of neglected it or forgot about it. It was out of the way, so to speak, when I planted it. So I watered it real good with rainwater from my rain barrels. And I wake up this morning and half of the leaves are turning brown at the point.
Really?
Yeah, just overnight. Yeah.
Huh.
I couldn't have overwatered it. I've got holes in the bottom. I drilled in the bottom of the container.
Yeah, and more importantly, you're using your rainwater.
Yeah.
No evidence of any kind of a salty nature of it. So, because it's rainwater. I'm flummoxed, sir. I am flummoxed.
Well, I forgot to add this. Now, when I planted it and I put that Medina growing green, I think it's chicken manure based.
Yes,
I put a healthy dose of that around it on the top, if you will. Is it possible I put too much of that growing green on there? Would that cause it?
Well, there's always that possibility. I always tell everybody, even though it's organic, it can be salty. So, yeah, but I wouldn't put it on you. Let's blame it on Medina. Shall we? All right. Maybe it just wasn't it wasn't composted long enough on it. But it is strange because, it shouldn't have shown up that necrotic on the ends by being too dry this soon, and you compensated it for watering. Well, maybe it was. Maybe it was just a delayed reaction to the getting dried out earlier.
Okay. Do you think I should, because the growing green is pretty heavy, probably did should I try to rake some of that or scoop some of that out, would you, or just leave it?
Well, yeah, I'll leave it to your judgment on if it was how heavy it was. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I won't say yes, I won't say no, but I'll leave it to your judgment on that. If you think it was too heavy, then it may have been too heavy, and you just take a little bit out. If it's so good, I mean, you can just put it aside and you'll use it a little bit later.
Right. I've done the same technique with the growing green on my tomatoes, and I've never had a problem. Huh?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
That's
so
what I'm saying. It's generally been well composted. Chicken manure is not hot. All manures are hot, but chicken manure seems to be not so much a problem. Horse is what we're really worried about. Horse manure. So odds are it's not, but I don't know. Okay. I just don't know. I'm leaning more and more to a delayed reaction from the getting it dry.
Okay. All right. I'll just water it more frequently then. Yeah. Try not to let it dry out. Okay. All right. That's all I had. I appreciate it.
Thanks, James.
Thank you, James. Keep us updated. All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Thank you, James, for calling. And also thank you, Peggy, on giving us that brief little update and announcement for the San Antonio Garden Center. They're having their annual spring plant sale. Again, it's March 21st from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a tax-free event. So come on out. So we have a busy weekend coming up next Saturday.
Yes.
Yes. And I know we touched on it before the break. The CPS plant rebate.
Yeah. So and the management at Millburgers asked Calvin and I to maybe talk about it. Yeah, because the program ends April 30th. So you have to have your receipts
From
marked
before.
before April 30th or on April 30th. And then you photocopy those and send those in along with your application into CPS. And CPS Energy. They always like it when I go CPS Energy.
So you need the photocopy of the receipt with the application.
Right. And it's all these instructions are right on that website, which I gave. It's a little hint. So sometimes if you go directly to the CPS Energy website, it's a little difficult to navigate it. So if you just type in the CPS Energy green shade rebate or green shade tree rebate, that aspect of their website will pop up immediately, and then it has both the application and just a little just a little explanation on all the plants.
You can actually buy the plants first and then get the rebate afterwards.
Yeah, this was just the rebate. I mean, the website helps you to determine which ones are eligible. And frankly, off that list I left, I read it was a whole lot.
Everything you can think of, basically.
Yeah. And then just save that receipt and then download the application. And also the website tells you where to plant them. That is a requirement. You have to plant them on the west, south, or east sides of the house, not the north side. Location is up to you, but there are rules. There are national standards on how far away to plant. But we didn't put these in that program initially. A long time when I got this started with some staff members of CPS, James Koenig and Carla, all those people way back then. Just a shout out. But it's a great program. I mean, you're limited to 5, but how many lots in San Antonio can handle more than 5? Most of them can't, and so it's a great program, and $50 credit, pretty good.
Yeah. And the big shade trees save the most energy, but they give you a lot of flexibility in terms of the smaller lots and things, too. So some of those favorite wildlife plants.
Absolutely. If you get 2 or 3 shade trees and then 2 smaller wildlife preferred trees, that would be really great.
Redbud was listed, was it? Yeah.
Redbud's listed, and we have it here at Millburgers.
It's on sale.
It is on sale. The
so
Texas
you
Redbud
could
tree.
double dip.
Yeah.
You could get the sale price here, and then plant it, and then submit your application to CPS for a $50 credit on your energy bill.
And when does the cutoff date for having the receipt?
It says 4/30, April 30.
April 30th. Gotcha.
Or if they run out of money.
Yeah, I said that in the past. Because saws, we like to jest with our fellow utility. And I used to say that we would never do that. Saws was very proud of that. We'd budget appropriately. Yes, everyone remember that's Mark Peterson. You can send your all your complaints directly to Mark Peterson. It's friendly. It's a friendly competition with CPS Energy.
Absolutely. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. I know before the break we talked about that the Texas Redbud tree is on sale here at Millburgers. And with that tree, you can also put it towards the $50 rebate through the Shade Tree program with CPS. Some other things we have for sale here at Millburgers include begonias. A 4-inch pot regularly $179. They're on sale 3 for $5.
Yeah, begonias are a great plant. They look fragile, but they actually aren't. You know, they let you know when they need to be watered. They kind of change a little color in the foliage, but they give you some slack. You don't have to water them in 2 minutes after they change color. Yeah.
I was going to say, does it need much water, or how frequent should you be watering those?
Well, it depends on their site. They're not. You generally want to plant them in the shade, although some gardeners have had pretty good luck with if it's not an overwhelming sun. Like a little morning sun doesn't hurt them. Mm-hmm. But you're talking about at least once they're established, at least once a week watering, and when you start them, marks 3-time watering them that first week, and then you can shift to 2 times a week. But if they're in a good site with plenty of soil, then they can easily tolerate the one day a week watering. But the thing about them too, I haven't checked since last weekend, but looks like we still have all 3 leaf colors and all 3 flower colors too. So it's quite a thing. I don't think we. You checked, Mark. I don't think we got any. I didn't see any whoppers.
No. Cause I checked yesterday after the show, and I didn't see any at that time. Now I didn't check this morning, but yesterday, because we had mentioned that you and I didn't think there was, so I went and checked.
If we get some whoppers, we'll let you know. That, to me, that's another amazing shade plant for the summer. And you can, if you do what I did, and move them into the, if they're in containers and they're relatively small containers, you can move them into the greenhouse or just into some kind of a shelter, and you can actually transplant them without being too fussy about the transplanting. Just get enough of the roots, put them in a used container, and if you got a greenhouse or a porch or someplace, and of course they're shade favoring, so you don't have to have a lot of sun for them, but they'll make it through the winter, and then a lot of us have planted them outside already, and they're pretty tolerant, pretty cold tolerant too. So good bargain and a good plant, and you can look forward to having them at least a couple years.
Yeah, I had a neighbor who had hers 11 months of the year. I think they finally gave up the ghost in January or February.
So she didn't, yeah.
Yeah, so but they were outside. She wasn't doing anything special with the begonias, but and I didn't check. They may be coming back. Who knows?
Well, some of them will always do, yeah. If the ones in the most, depending on how cold it is in the winter, the ones in the most sheltered situation quite often will come back.
Yeah.
Like, or 1/3 of the whoppers will come back or re-sprout. This customer that was talking with me when James called, she was looking for a plant for the shade, but that they got a blast. They got a blast of afternoon sun, and then on the other side of the house they got a 3 or 4 hour morning sun. Yeah. And gosh, I said, it sounds just like my pentas. They love that. And it's just, you wouldn't believe that they can take that afternoon blast. And in fact, they bloom better if they got mostly shade, but they get 1 to 2 hours of an afternoon sun. They're spectacular. And we got about a half a table full here now, but I'm sure there'll be. At the beginning of the weekend, we had about 2 tables full. But they're not on sale, I don't think, but they're unbelievable for a summer shade plant. And you got that pink, the white, and the red.
Red, yeah.
And they're very disciplined. They got to kind of make a. And it depends on how much space you give them, how big the container, how big they'll get.
Yeah.
Pentas, those are a good plant. If you've never tried it, you need to. And try that situation where they get that 1 hour or 2 hours of blast of sun, but they're in the shade most of the time.
Did you have any other suggestions for her?
Yeah, I told her that some of those low-growing Nandinas would meet her needs there too. If they can tolerate the shade and they tolerate some of the sun, and they're disciplined.
Yeah.
She had them kind of a orderly. She had a real orderly planting areas on both sides of the house.
So I was thinking also Salvia gregae.
I did not.
Yeah.
I did mention the Dorfruelia.
Yeah.
But she said she had some in the old days that used to take off. Well, that was the tall one.
Yeah, the tall one, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so same type of thing. I was thinking Salvia gregae and that. And then you also have some choices
and then
as well.
You may get a little bigger than you want, but the good news is it works really well if you trim it back every 2 years even to ground level.
Yeah, yeah. A nice sharp head shears works fabulous.
And that's another one.
And therapeutic.
Yeah. It's another one that the pollinators love.
Yeah.
And the deer don't eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then particularly when you said orderly, you can do lots of different salvias, but the Salvia gregae tends to be a little bit more orderly, particularly if you prune it correctly.
Yeah, you're right. And it's evergreen.
Yeah.
It's a perennial. I mean, it's a perennial. And so it stays in with foliage all, and a lot of times it'll bloom most of the winter.
Some other things we have on sale. We have citrus trees, starting at $49.99, number 3.
That can be that, as Mark mentioned. That's part of his.
It's part of the rebate.
Yeah, it could be a rebate. That's the selection we always kind of just, but it is on there. It's a permitted tree.
Well, I've seen some citrus.
Yeah.
That got quite tall. Although they had a tough time the last few years.
So
from the cold.
Yeah. So I do live in Lavaca, south of downtown, and the further south you go, it's interesting. You get a lot more fruit trees, both lemons and grapefruit and Satsuma, mandarin oranges, in around the yards, and they can get quite tall. Or at least tall enough for some shade, but also pollination.
What's benefits. That grapefruit that we like?
We like
starts to be
Bloom's Sensation.
Bloom Sweet.
Yeah, Bloom Sweet. Bloom Sweet.
Now mine used to get about 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Now and then it got one of those severe. I can't remember which one it was. 21 maybe. That took it out with the freeze, but gosh, for a number of years it was productive, and I didn't even cover it with the freeze. Mm-hmm. Bloom Sweet was pretty tough.
Bloom Sweet, Rio Red. I can't think of anything else. So those are my 2 favorites.
Well, and of course the Satsumas.
Yeah, and the Satsumas. Anything with a frost in it, Arctic frost, orange frost. And then some of the older ones, Miho, Awari, Sito, which we all have here. We have all those here.
And they're on sale?
On sale.
They are on sale. And compared citruses, I guess, to the other fruit trees, do citrus need, I guess, as much chill time or chill hours that other fruits? No.
No. In fact, for my lemons and limes, I kind of join them in a prayer to avoid the chill time. But
Gotcha.
and meanwhile, the peaches are saying, we need chill time. We need chill time.
That's why citrus are really good.
Really good down here.
Fruit for down here in San Antonio.
Oh, and they're so attractive.
Yeah.
They're evergreen and they're blooming, fragrance.
Smell, yeah. I have a Arctic Frost, Satsuma, and it had so much aroma. I just wanted to sit around and smell the tree.
I think you mentioned that we had, and I can't. It's one of these citrus that's kind of that people use the fruit for cooking. The fruit is not as tasty, but it also had really good freeze tolerance. I had that. That was another one that lasted as long as my Bloom Sweet. I want to think it.
I got a couple of ideas in my mind. It's not a pear.
No, it was like
a
citrus.
Kumquat. It was a kumquat or loquat.
Kumquat.
Yeah.
No, was it kumquat?
Was it calamundan?
Calamundan.
Yeah. Okay. So.
No, let's see. That was one.
That was one. Okay. All right.
But in fact, we had about a 2 or 3 year process with Jerry and the calamundum. He promoted one hybridized selection that never froze. Of course, it never had any fruit or anything either, but until like 4 or 5 years after.
Yeah. So it will fruit once every once every 4 to 7 years. I'd always say, but that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Tart.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But a very attractive plant too. You can't go wrong as far as looking good. The citrus.
But you're right. Now you're saying that in the back of my talking about tart, there was something in the back of my mind too. That was another one.
I used to have my neighbor used to come and harvested mine because they had this recipe.
There you go. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. And I never. And then the one year I said, "Well, it's time for you to come and harvest." And he said, "Well, we finally got one of our own, and it's loaded with fruit. We won't need to harvest yours anymore." And I said, "Well, what am I going to do with it? I'm busy eating my mandarin oranges here and my satsumas, Bloom Sweet." So, Alex,
what's going on?
Now you're entering the ravings of two old guys. So
well, we're inside a minute, so it's good to just heat up that time. But
here comes Peter. I hope he.
He's going to remind us.
Yeah. Any reminders?
No.
No, there's some news.
Well, if we do, we'll probably touch base on it after we get back.
He's going to tell us we have Primula finally.
Oh. But yes, we're hitting the top of the hour. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. We've got one more hour in our Sunday show. We're going to be right back with Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Millburgers Gardening South Texas, live from Millburgers Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 930 AM The Answer.
All right, welcome back to Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 930 AM The Answer. Alex Escobar here with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Give us a call before this wind blows us away. I believe from what I've been seeing, we're in a red flag warning, wind advisory for the rest of today and early tomorrow.
Really?
Yes.
The customer or the gardener was looking for American Beauty Berry, and we usually have them. I saw Peter, and Peter said they've sold out, but they should be back next Thursday. Not a week from Thursday, but just next Thursday. That's kind of an interesting plant.
It really is.
It's shade tolerant and sun tolerant.
It is. And so, and it has this brilliantly colored fruit.
And the birds love it.
Oh, they go gaga over it. But it's a really neat
kind of
shrubby plant in the shaded part.
Yeah,
it likes partial shade.
Weepy, kind of weepy. Yeah, it's very attractive. I know when mine and anybody that walked through the front could not resist saying, "What is that?
Yeah.
What a strange looking plant."
So iridescent purple is the fruit color. Oh, very, very attractive. They do have a white version, but the purple.
Pretty drought tolerant too.
Yes.
Fits even in our alkaline soil. Does very well.
So that's why it's not widely known, but should be. It should be used more often.
Old-fashioned kind of plant.
Hey! Old-fashioned is the best.
Tried and true.
It's spoken like a true old man, huh?
Some other sales we have going on here at Millburgers. Star Jasmine. They're on sale 2 for $50. I know let's see.
Are they blooming now? Did you notice?
Yeah, I didn't know. Usually,
or they were blooming a little earlier, huh?
I don't know when they're blooming. Frankly, I did. All of a sudden, I get the whiff of the flowers.
Yeah,
and great. You can't miss it. It's pretty strong.
Is that you're not saying that it's very
It's
good.
Not bad. It's just a strong aroma. Yeah. Intense. How about that?
Typical jasmine. I mean, one of many that are fragrant, evergreen, drought tolerant, and deer generally don't eat them.
Yeah, generally don't eat them. If you want it on an arbor or a fence, you try to build that a pretty strong, sturdy fence.
They're mostly leaners, aren't
they? Because they have a lot of weight on them.
Gotcha.
And very nice. Do an excellent job at covering a trellis or fence, but you want to make it a little bit sturdy.
So once it starts taking over that fence or that arbor, how do you just maintain it, or do you just let it go on its own, or
run away? But no, you'd prune it. And you wouldn't worry about pruning too much. Just like a grapevine, you just want to get after it and do a thorough job, and then let it go again.
Evergreen, right?
It is evergreen, yes.
Some other sales, I don't think we discussed this. We have stepping stones on sale. They're the 2x8x16.
Hey, I'm not your stepping stone.
No. On sale for $188 or 10 for $15 while supplies last.
$1.88?
$1.88.
Or 10 for 15.
Correct. Let's see.
Gosh, that would cover a lot of space.
I don't think so. Pre-emergence herbicide, high-yield weed and grass stopper with dimension control.
I still think you should use it.
Still a good time to use it.
Yeah.
Now the rain. It depends on how much rain you got.
Right.
If your weeds shot up, some areas they didn't shoot up, but others the weeds, like I didn't think I got much rain, but the weeds said that you got enough. We're coming up.
Absolutely.
And also the some of the wildflowers have come up. Our oh gosh, what is the? Let's see. Of course, the bluebonnets have
come up. I saw some evening primrose.
Yes.
I saw some
poppies are coming up.
Yeah, the poppies. Yeah.
Coming up, and then the ones that the pollinators like the butter.
Well, let's see. They're like the painted blanket or Mexican blanket.
Yeah, that's not blooming
Mexican
yet.
Hat. No. Mexican hat's not blooming yet. Coreopsis,
and it's not blooming yet, but the foliage is starting now.
Yes.
And when the Coreopsis is in an area, it kind of covers the whole area. So, so you can expect to have full coverage of blooms. So I'm looking forward to that too.
But yes, that pre-emergence herbicide, they're regularly $24.99. The 9.6 pound bags, they're on sale, 2 for $40.
And I guess I don't know how we got into the wildflowers, but you generally do not apply the pre-emergent herbicide like Dimension if you want your wildflowers to germinate.
Succeed,
Once they've germinated, they're okay.
Doesn't make a difference or doesn't differentiate between the wildflowers and the weeds. Avoid putting the pre-emergence over in that area.
I had mentioned it in the article today, in yesterday's article in the Express News about the monarch butterflies. One of the issues with them is you want to be really careful with your pesticide program. And the point quite often folks make that I sometimes make a face at is they say, well, I only use organic pesticides or insecticides. And I say, well, it really doesn't matter to the butterflies. The organic kills them just as much as the manufacturer does.
Yeah.
And so, what you want to do, there's still some situations where it's advisable to use pesticides. You know, if you've got a mosquito problem and you're trying to protect young people or old people and from viruses, you've got a virus issue, then you have to control some of the mosquitoes. But some of the things like BT for our greens, broccoli and our spinach and everything, that you can go ahead and protect it from cabbage loopers without affecting your monarch butterflies, because they've got to consume the BT, and they're not interested in eating spinach. They're busy eating milkweed. And then another one that the one that we talked with, we had a gardener. I don't know if it was last weekend or that we talked a lot about the stink bugs, controlling stink bugs, and malathion. Yeah. So you might have to use your malathion to control stink bugs on your peaches. But if you did that, you would limit it to the peaches. You're protecting your specific fruit and not spraying everything in your garden or in your landscape. Just spray what you need to protect and specific. That's, yeah.
There is.
Just. I'll go cover it in a minute.
But anyway.
He's talking about there's a
hole in the water hose.
Just twist
No, it's fine.
We'll get what it's at.
They didn't do it before.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, here we are doing maintenance at Millburgers.
We're men of many hats.
Many hats. Anyway, so Calvin was talking about apply a specific chemicals to specific pests. Do not be general spraying. And then the other rule is we like to do things, make sure you do things at dusk or dawn. Mm-hmm. That's when the beneficial pests tend to be sleeping, if you will, and there's less of a chance of spray, misting.
Gotcha.
You don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But those are all good ideas about an application of pesticides. Sometimes you want to use it. Sometimes it's there. A tool in our toolbox, if you will.
Absolutely. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. We have James on the line. James, how's it going?
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Doing great.
Very well. How y'all doing? Nice sunny.
Oh, everything's working out pretty good. I got some more lettuce planted and some more cilantro planted, and I had a question for the gardening experts.
I hope they're here.
I just was eating some of my lettuce this morning. In fact, my Crawford reseeding lettuce was really prospering. What's up?
Yeah, it's pretty yummy. I need to get some, what does I need to get? Some sunflowers and some zinnias started in 72 trays, but I'm not sure if they need to be on the heat mat or not, was my question.
Yeah, on the heat mat.
Nah, neither zinnias or sunflowers do. I was just, I wrote about...
Which one?
Both of them. But it depends on which sunflower.
Okay.
No, I take that back because all the sunflowers do pretty well without it.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you going to differentiate between the sunflowers? Nah.
Full sun.
Neither one of those need to be on the heat mat.
Yeah, and I was just noticing this year, James, that the sunflowers. If you let your it's the same for sunflowers too. If you let your zinnias drop their seed last fall, they're all sprouting everywhere. The winter was mild enough that they're doing well, and the sunflowers are going crazy too. Especially, one of my favorite is the annual sunflower, and because of I love those little those lesser goldfinches.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're so pretty and they're bold and bossy.
And I was always like, why are they lesser? They should be greater. But that's their name.
What's up?
What else is up?
So, I've got a 4-row precision seeder. It's got little drops that drop 4 rows. It's about a foot wide. Got a handle on it. And I like to use it for baby leaf lettuce instead of letting it go real big like you're talking about. I like to shear it real down low and have a baby lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
Only let it get about 4 inches tall, and that seeder, it takes a lot of seed to seed that just a very short row. So I've been buying that black seeded Simpson from Willite by the 4-ounce packs. They're about $8.
Yeah, I think,
and it's working.
Did you mention that a couple weeks ago? I think I can't remember now, but
he mentioned his equipment.
Yeah, So, yeah, how's that working out for you? How did it work?
It works real good. You got to get your beds prepared like a greenhouse bed. They have to be, in tip-top shape. And then you have to press that soil down just a little bit. You can use a roller or a piece of plywood or whatever before you run that 4-row seeder. But the seed bed needs to be firm is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Well, no,
fluffy but firm?
Wind can be.
Yeah.
Even with lettuce seed, wind could be an issue, I suspect. But that's consistent with that greenhouse situation, too. One of the problems with Crawford lettuce was that we had a lot of gardeners that were covering it, and that never worked. You can firm it into the soil, but you don't want to cover it with soil.
Well, you firm the seed bed before you plant it, but on the lettuce, that's what I wanted to say, is you run the seeder down there and you got the furrows made by the planters, and you don't firm any of that after you seeded it. I even use a faucet to water it in because you don't want a lot of cover on that lettuce seed.
That's for
That's
sure.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I use that faucet, and you guys know what that is, right?
Well, I know of it. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's just like the name implies. You're creating a very fine droplet, extremely fine droplet.
It goes on the end of the hose or the end of the spray, whatever you use, and it makes a real nice fog, and it doesn't mess up your seed bed or anything. But it's real good for crops that need to not be covered, like lettuce. They run that fog at about 2 times
another
a
one
day.
that is in that kind of league. It's not quite as sensitive as lettuce, but is the milkweed. I describe it as a fine spray. And we're trying to get more folks to plant milkweed seed after it's been stratified, and one of the things you got to do is, every couple of days you got to give a fine spray, and you don't want the seed floating all over or being covered by soil. But I guess that's
that faucet will do it for you.
Yeah,
that faucet will get it wet, and it won't mess up your seed bed or give you any trouble. It works really well.
Hey, you mentioned cilantro. Yeah, you mentioned cilantro. It's kind of late for that, or it's not. What's your thinking?
You got to plant it every 2 weeks, no matter what, and keep it moist so that soil temperature's nice and low. And don't plant a lot. Just plant, 2 foot by 3 foot, and then 2 foot by 3 foot, and then the next 2 weeks another 2 foot by 3 foot, and you'll get a pretty good harvest on it before it bolts to flower. But that's not a bad thing. If it goes to flower, just leave it go, and you can pull it up after it flowers and put it in the compost pile.
Same concept that Calvin has with what's your peas? Is that's English peas, right? You do it on multiple times.
Well, I do it when my seeding when it fails because it's either too hot or too cold.
Oh, okay. I thought you were proactively doing it every few weeks. Okay.
I I keep doing it until I get my crop, and then I'm content. And James is.
I gotta have cilantro for the restaurants, so I sow it every 2 weeks until about it gets hot and dusty, and then I give up on it.
Wow.
Wait till fall to get started again.
I salute you,
but I'm
sir.
doing it like the lettuce. I'm just growing it just for small plants.
Yeah. Well,
and I think that's one way you can get away with growing lettuce when it starts getting hot if you grow baby leaf.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, James.
Thank you so much, James. All right. 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867.
I didn't hear you talk. You're talking so whispery.
So apologize about that. I'll
Kevin's
try to
answering a question. Right?
enunciate. Yes, he's answering some questions, but we still have some more sales here at Millburgers, including flax lily, regularly $12.99, on sale $6.88.
So some people are asking me about flax lily. So it's similar to laripe, similar to Aztec grass. So it's closer to Aztec grass, and Aztec grass is closer to laripe. So it's variegated, sun or shade, very drought tolerant.
We also have Emerald Goddess on sale for $4.88.
Did you find out about this?
No.
I was supposed to do this yesterday. I have no idea what they're talking about. Emerald Goddess. It looks like a lily of some kind, or even a taller version of laripe. How about that?
Yeah. It has a nice purple flower.
It has a nice purple flower. It's taller. It's going to be about 18, 24 inches, it looks like, from the photo. And it would do very nice in a shaded landscape.
Other things we have on sale, the split leaf philo... Ooh.
I'm letting you swing. I'm letting you swing out there now. Philodendron.
Philodendron. Regularly $34.99, and at number 3, they're on sale for $24.88 or 2 for $40.
And this is an excellent plant if you have like a pool or an area maybe with a patio or some sun. This is a great plant to plant around that. It's going to look tropical. It's very drought tolerant. And it's not going to provide any flowers or foliage into the pool. I'm always amazed at people with live oaks and crepe myrtles around their pool. And I'm just, the hand goes to the forehead and going, what were you thinking? Really? No, remove those. You want tropical-looking stuff around a pool that doesn't provide any flowers. I know some windmill palms or Chinese fan palms, some philodendron, some sagos, that type of thing. So very drought tolerant. What we call at SAWS was dry tropical.
Dry tropical. Very interesting. Is there anything else we have? I don't see a sale, but Millburgers has their interior plant of the week. It is the Dracana trifasciata,
I don't know what it is.
Also known as the snake plant or mother-in-law tongue.
Yeah.
Trifecta? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Well, I know it as what do you call it? The snake?
Snake plant, yes.
Snake plant or mother-in-law's tongue. That's the one I know it as. So, I saw it in there last week in the greenhouses. There was a lot of it. It's not Sansevieria, is it? Was that the name? Sansevieria? No? Okay.
Well, that's interesting because if they go into that greenhouse, it's just a fascinating, the Phalaenopsis orchids are in there. And
it's like a world to itself.
Yeah. All those interior plants are in there. Lots of different versions of the one you're talking about.
Absolutely. 210.
There's some gardeners that's where they head. They direct
straight to the greenhouse.
Directly into into the greenhouse to look at all those interior plants. Well, that's interesting that there's one for sale.
Mm-hmm. Man, we're getting a fluctuation of cool and warm breezes with this wind blowing in.
Yeah, erratic right now.
Absolutely. Yes, 210-308-8867. Give us a call, 210-308-8867. We want to remind people that there's a lot going on these next few weeks here at Millburgers, but also at the San Antonio Garden Center. San Antonio Garden Center is having their spring plant sale on March 21st from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is a tax-free event. It'll be over at 3310 North New Braunfels Avenue.
Right over there by the Botanical Garden.
Yes. Again, it's a tax-free event.
Right off of Broadway.
Right. So, yeah. You can get a plant and then go over and visit the Botanical Gardens, or vice versa.
Also, next week, Calvin, you're having your Monarch and Milkweed class here at Millburgers. I know
That's right.
The class is already filled up.
40 people registered for it, but we probably won't have any extra plants or seeds to distribute, but you're welcome to come to the lecture, even because we can handle more than the 40. But go ahead and consider that. It starts at 10:30 a.m. That's on Saturday, and then if you want to attend a class, that's going to also include some distribution of milkweed, germinated milkweed, and a seed. And then the next week is at the Education Resource Center, 6802 Dorothy Louise Drive, and there's about 10 seats left there. And that one will start at 10 a.m. It's over there by Medical Center. So if you go 410 to Babcock, and you just go west on Babcock for about six blocks, you run into Dorothy Louise Drive. And that class, as I mentioned, starts at 10, and then the later. And there's two classes in April too. One of the classes is in
Floresville. In Floresville.
Floresville, yeah. Do you have a phone number for that one?
Yeah.
And
I do. You can't find yours, can you?
I cannot find it.
No, that's what I thought. So which one, Calvin?
The one for Floresville in Wilson County.
It's Floresville, and remember, this is an evening program at 6 p.m. The phone number for Floresville is going to be 830-299-0069.
And the class is going to be held at the
is at
number 10 class.
Number 10 at the AgriLife building, or what? I'm assuming at the AgriLife building.
Yes,
the classroom number 10 on 4th Street. That's 1103 4th Street. And then in New Braunfels,
what's the date on that? The 23rd.
23rd. Floresville is April 23rd at 6 p.m. Get that time correct, because we have different times for each one of these. And then in New Braunfels, it's 9:30 a.m. May 2nd at 325 Resource Drive. That is off Highway 46 in New Braunfels. And that number is 830-620-3440.
And if you call now, that is the AgriLife Extension office, so they I don't think they're on duty right now, but you call them during the week, Monday through Friday, and that's May 2nd, and that's a lot of fun. It's at the Garden Center there.
And both those classes still have plenty of spots available.
Spots, yeah.
Gotcha.
They always end up being full, but right now they've got spots, and if you pre-register, you will receive germinated plant and and some seeds, some stratified seed, which is not easy. I've been working on preparing the stratified seed so that our gardeners we can see if it's easier to seed directly into the backyard garden or to continue to try to transplant the germinated container seed. And milkweed, it's amazing. Once milkweed is established, it's really difficult to control. The farmers don't like it, but if you're a gardener that is an advocate for monarch butterflies, it is very hard to get it established. It takes most of it takes 2 to 3 years to mature. Although there is the tropical milkweed, which grows a lot faster, and is a favorite of the butterflies as well too. But those are all kinds of topics that we'll be talking about. And then we got 3 classes left, and if you want to kind of weigh the options, you can go to the article in the Express News from Saturday, or you can also go to the Milberger's website.
The website is milbergernursery.com, milbergernursery.com.
And we'll see you there.
Yes. And we still have plenty of time if you want to talk to us. That number is 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. And as we prepare for possibly the last chill for this season, what can people do to prepare for Monday and Tuesday with the weather dropping to the high 30s?
I'm going to go insulate. Mm-hmm. Particularly if you have your cage. This is a good reason to get your cages up. If they are planted in the ground, get them up, get your cages up, and then wrap that cage with insulate. If you don't have them in the ground, then go ahead and protect
And
them.
if your plants are in the ground but they're small, I like that idea of the cardboard box when we're talking about that.
Yeah, I do too.
38 or 40 degree weather. I planned on planting my peppers this morning, but I'm going to go ahead and just delay that and put them in a little shelter for 38 to 40 degree weather will probably not kill the plants, tomatoes or peppers, but it certainly could slow down their growth. So if they're not in place, or you can't, then you might want to wait a few days until we get through this latest cool weather, or you can take that action to do some protection with your insulate in your tomato cage or a cardboard box. So,
I know we're looking at you.
Yes.
We're looking at you.
Yes.
Yeah, we always once we finish our thought, it's your turn.
It's my turn. 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. It's also time for a quick break. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Bert, it's always good to hear from you. How are we doing today?
Pretty good, beating the heat. I just come in to eat and listen to y'all inside and outside. How are y'all doing today?
We're doing pretty good. Nice breeze right now.
I'll get a little bit icier tomorrow. But question is, to get the seeds from store-bought peppers and such, are green peppers mature, or do we wait till they turn color, change their color, and that makes them mature and the seeds viable?
Say that again, James. Bert.
Okay, I know that when peppers turn colors, that means they're mature. And green peppers, from my understanding, are not mature.
So do I wait for the peppers to turn the colors before I harvest the seeds?
So, I'm gonna disagree slightly. So I think jalapenos don't necessarily turn a red. Some will be green and be mature. So,
okay.
Am I right on that, Calvin? Just
a lot of them do turn red. But.
Yeah, a lot of them turn red, a lot of them turn green. So, I think it's just the variety and the species.
Then I got a question. I got a question too about you see these mini peppers. Is that a hybrid or is it a dwarf variety of peppers? Because I really love the little sweet peppers that come in different colors.
Yeah, and so that's probably the other way around. Those were probably the original. And we grew over the centuries, probably have grown bigger peppers. So that's usually how it works. Sometimes it's the other way around, but most of the time it's the originals were small and we bred for bigness. Bigness?
Got it.
That's a word, bigness?
Bigness.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, bigly.
All right. The second question is the way I'm going to do. I got my raised bed in and I put it together and I have it where I want it, and I'm doing the bottom with untreated wood and shrubs and stuff like that and leaves. Is that like and then the soil on top? Is that kind of sort of like a baby Hugelcraft?
Yeah. As you were describing it, that's where my mind went. Exactly. I didn't know how long everything would decompose, but it's like I've told you in the past. I don't know how long everything's supposed to decompose in the traditional ones. The big mounds of logs and brush and leaves and everything.
Yeah, the one I watched yesterday was a really good, about almost an hour long, and they said it's supposed to last for decades because they put big logs in there.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to use some of my firewood that's left over from this year after tomorrow and Tuesday, and then like I said, twigs and leaves and whatever debris and untreated wood and stuff. So that's a good start. That's what I was hoping and thinking it would be like.
It was funny because as you were describing, that's where my mind immediately went. So, we're on the same page, you and I.
All right, great. Well, you guys have a good one in case anybody else is left. That's pretty much it. I could chit-chat, but I want to beat the heat, so I got to get back outside.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. So, get out there. Get out. Probably about 4, maybe about 4-ish. Gonna be hottest.
Oh yeah.
And yes, remember it's 90. We're not built for that yet.
Not yet.
It's gonna be 90.
No, we're not. It's like Calvin was saying about stratification with the seeds. We're not acclimated to the June and July heat yet.
Not at all.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great week. Talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, Bert. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. We've got about 10 more minutes in our show for today, so we have plenty of time for another caller or two. But while we wait...
I was going to say, Calvin, what did that gentleman want on that?
He was worried about the whether that was going to cover... He's got 6 foot of...
Yeah, you're on.
Are we on the air?
We're on the air.
Yeah, he had some evergreen, and that he has a 6 foot kind of lane that he wanted opening, and he wanted to know if those would cover up, and or he could maintain that kind of that welcoming cover.
Yeah,
and he said those. The first thing we did was check how large those things were going to get, and those are 6 or 8 feet tall.
And what were they?
One of the cypress.
Okay. All right.
And so I thought that would be adequate as long as he was willing to occasionally do a little pruning. Yeah. But if I was a little worried if they were like the 10-foot version, they'd fill that space up.
Right.
They'd want to take the space. And then he also was worried about whether it would survive in his 6 inches of soil. And I said, well, but the rock is loose, he said, so he can dig in it.
So again, that depends on the species, but I wouldn't have a problem, particularly if I'm thinking, is it in Arizona? Did we decide it was in Arizona cypress, or did he know if it was another one?
No, I didn't. I didn't ask if it was in Arizona.
Yeah. But anyway, regardless, it probably could handle that 6 inches and loose rubble type.
Well, that's what I told him. The toughest thing would be on him digging the hole. But you didn't. If you had a limited space there, the 6 foot between the plants, you wouldn't want to have it, the above the ground like we talked about.
Right.
Yeah, it would just be a difficult, unattractive situation there. So as long as he can get the whole root ball into the ground, it should tolerate the soil. They're tough on the soil. But it'll be a bit of a challenge. He'll certainly get his exercise and digging in that rock.
People always ask, what's the best size a tree to plant? Now, I would say a seed. The next best is probably around an inch, more or less, 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches, something like that.
Well, we always get those questions, especially Texas mountain laurel, too.
Which is the best size? A seed? Yeah.
I love, they always say they love their Texas mountain laurel and they want to transplant it now. So, quite often the easiest thing is either seed it or go to your favorite nursery. Nowadays, they're very reasonable priced and they're in containers, so they're much easier to plant than they were in the old days. And the transplanting has never been easy with Texas mountain laurels.
Always. Well, it's in the wrong place now. And, then I could roll my eyes just a tad, I should have been thinking in the first place. But they said they want to transplant. Okay, well, frankly, another plant probably is going to be better than trying to transplant that one. But go ahead, here's how to do it. And you dig it down as deep as you can and as much root that you can, and preferably do it in the wintertime.
Of course, sometimes they're not the most cooperative, the Texas mountain laurel either.
Well, that's why they try to get as much far down as you can and as much root as you can. Try. The word on try.
Yeah, it's amazing if you could get, even if they're 1 foot tall, if you can get 50% of them to live, you're doing well. So, but it's a wonderful plant once you get it in place. But certainly easier if you get a container grown, or you're able to collect the seeds. And the other thing on the seed, if you collect the seed, you get it before it matures completely. Get it when it's a full-size seed, but not all brown.
Yeah. So if I could identify a place, so if the seeds drop, let's say in the wintertime, December, and if I could identify some of that seed by January, February, and then maybe add some more stratification in a paper bag in the refrigerator, that seed would be really good. And then you would soak them overnight, kind of swell the seed coat up a little bit, and then you'd be off and running.
Yeah, and if you got enough seed, you're going to have, even if you get 1 out of 10 germinate, you're in business.
Yeah, that's the other little side note on that, the caveat. You're not going to have a high germination rate. But those that you do, they'll probably grow well for you.
Especially if you're just transplanting them from a container. They'll do well.
We're inside 5 minutes. Calvin, I know we've discussed your article this weekend. Is there any previews as to what your article next week may be about?
Let's see. I was trying to think of what that was. Oh, I know what it was.
Yeah, we kind of...
We're already timed to plant the summer annuals. We're going to talk about the zinnias and the pentas and the vincas, moss roses.
Yeah, we're in a transitory period a little bit. We can do a little bit of both. So
and we'll mention that I always hate it when the snapdragons are starting to look good again now, and you hate to pull them out so that you can plant the zinnias. So you just always say, well, try to find a little space someplace. If you got any vacant areas, go ahead and fill them with the summer annuals. Oh, and then I did mention those wonderful geraniums over there.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was just now. I think I'm going, oh yeah, I gotta get some geraniums.
I had to admit in the article that the geraniums are not an annual, but we quite often treat them like an annual here because of the heat, and they don't like that as the summer progresses. But then I brought up the fantasy.
Oh, Fantasia.
Fantasia, yeah. That some of those are that we generally move them into the more shade as the summer progresses, and then at some point we try to just keep them alive for the next season. But that's not always an easy task. But gosh, yeah, it's exciting to go in all those beautiful summer plants. And they're ready, the whopper begonias and our other begonias. Everything's ready to be planted. If we can get past this 30 or 38 degrees you keep talking about, Alex.
Yes, it's coming. I'm not trying to depress anybody. I'm just trying to get people ready.
Well, if it gets down to 38, we'll hold him responsible.
Yes.
Yeah, just blame it on me.
Yeah.
And call next Saturday to let me know that it's my fault.
So it's only we got a little bit of time. Let's see, what do we need to
I just want to repeat one more time. We talked a little bit about it during the day, but come out to Millburgers and find that shade tree or a small ornamental tree. Look on that tree list. We pretty much have everything here.
Even the citrus.
But look for that for your CPS Energy. Yeah, there it goes. CPS Energy green shade tree rebate. And you go online and look at the permitted trees. Purchase your trees. They got to be purchased by April 30th. And then you submit your photocopy of your receipt and the application back to CPS. And it's a $50 credit on your bill, rebate credit on your bill, up to $5 for that residence.
And go to the Millburgers website if you're thinking about wanting to get more involved in this monarch and milkweed situation. The more gardeners we can get involved, interested in learning about monarchs and helping solve some of the problems we have getting milkweeds in place for their egg laying.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for listening this weekend. We will see you back next Saturday here at Millburgers Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. I'm Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. Have a great week.